If you're an M&A, you know the Confidential Information Memorandum, the CIM. It's the absolute backbone of any deal. But let's be honest, it's also a massive, painful bottleneck. Today, we're going to look at how new tech is flipping that script, turning that bottleneck into a serious competitive weapon.
And wow, that quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The whole point isn't just to do the old stuff faster. It's about changing what your team actually focuses on, getting them out of the weeds and into the high-level strategy that actually wins deals.
So let's really dig into this problem, because anyone who's been an analyst knows the pain of building a CIM. I mean, it is a soul-crushing, manual grind that just eats up a junior banker's life. All that time could be spent doing something, a million times more valuable. And this right here, this is the classic dilemma, right? For decades, it's been a trade-off. You either rush the CIM and it's sloppy, or you spend weeks making it perfect, and all that precious deal momentum just evaporates. You couldn't have both. Okay, look at this number, 100. Let that sink in for a second. We're talking about analysts pulling 100-hour weeks, and a massive chunk of that time can be burned on one single CIM. Just think of it. Endless nights spent formatting slides, triple-checking numbers. It's an incredible resource drain. And all that wasted time? It has very real, very scary consequences. That delay in getting the CIM out the door isn't just annoying. It can actually kill the deal. And it has a name: deal fatigue. So what is deal fatigue really? Think of it like this. It's the slow, silent killer of transactions. When weeks turn into a month between that initial handshake and the actual book, the excitement just dies down. People start having second thoughts. The whole thing loses that critical forward motion it needs to close. And the fallout from this is just brutal. Suddenly, you're losing your negotiating power. Trust starts to break down between the buyer and seller. And while you're bogged down, you better believe your competitors are moving fast. Simply put, time kills all deals. Okay, so we've hammered on the problem. Enough doom and gloom. Let's talk about the solution. This is where something like Synergy AI's boardroom generator completely changes the game. It's built specifically to destroy this bottleneck. Just take a look at this. This is where the magic happens. You feed the system all the messy, unstructured stuff, raw financials, client notes, even just high-level ideas. And out the other end comes the entire package. We're talking a polished 100-plus slide CIM, the financial model, sensitivity analysis, the whole shebang. So how does this thing actually work? It's surprisingly simple. Step 1, you just dump all your source files into the system. Step 2, the AI goes to work, writing the narrative, building the charts, and, this is huge, making sure the numbers in the PowerPoint actually match the numbers in the Excel model. That leaves your team for step 3, which is the only part that matters, focusing on strategy and refining the story. I mean, the difference is just night and day. On the left, you've got the old way, weeks of pure, mind-numbing grunt work. And on the right, the new reality. Your analyst's time is suddenly freed up. They're not aligning logos anymore. They're thinking about negotiation tactics and talking to clients. All right, that all sounds great in theory, but what about the proof? Let's get into the actual numbers, because this isn't just a small improvement. It's a total reinvention of the timeline. Okay, get ready for these numbers, because frankly, they're insane. A 40-hour drafting process, that gets crushed down to a 15-minute first draft. You heard that right, 15 minutes. And overall diligence hours can get cut by 75%. This is a different sport entirely. And this is what it means in the real world. This is about leverage. That quote says it all. Smaller, nimbler firms can now punch way, way above their weight class. They're not just moving faster than the big guys. They're actually going deeper on the analysis. But, this goes way beyond just saving time. We're talking about a fundamental shift here. It's about completely changing the role of an analyst and what your firm is even capable of doing. Now, let's be super clear about something. This is not about replacing analysts. It's about upgrading them. You're taking your smart junior talent and freeing them from the tedium of being a document formatter, and you're turning them into actual strategists who help you win. And this is the real long-term genius of it. It creates something called a data moat. Every single deal you run through the system trains your private AI model. It learns your style, your focus, your winning formula. So your firm's intelligence literally gets smarter with every single deal,
building an advantage that's impossible for anyone else to copy.
So, really, it all boils down to this one question. If your team could completely stop the busy work and just focus on the strategic moves that win deals, what's that actually worth? That's the question every M&A firm has to ask itself right now.